Hey, do you guys like Sabbath?
Sure do. We love it, yeah!
Over the past few years, Sabbath has become a favorite in our family. We look forward to it, we enjoy it, and in this video, I want to explain to you why that is. Why do we do Sabbath? So first, let's go see my husband over at the church, and he's going to explain the biblical reasons to you about practicing Sabbath. We're a family of 6 that enjoys learning about new cultures, homeschooling, and sharing the love of Christ with others. Make sure to subscribe to follow along, and welcome to the Bear Hill family. Not in his office. Thor!
Hello.
Oh, I found you.
Hi.
Hi. Are you excited for Sabbath this week?
Yes, I'm always excited for Sabbath.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
For our friends that don't understand why we do Sabbath because we're not Jewish, what would you say? Why do we practice Sabbath?
Well, Jesus says that he is the Lord of the Sabbath, right? Not destroyer of the Sabbath, but Lord of the Sabbath. Sabbath means rest, though. Especially from our perspective, it means rest, not necessarily like a day full of rules, but that we are supposed to be experiencing the rest that Jesus has to offer us. That's what it talks about in Hebrews, that we can enter the rest that God has for us, like the promised land rest that he promised to the Israelites is available to us through Jesus. And Jesus says, "Come to me, you who have heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." And so I guess we can have access to Jesus's Sabbath rest any day of the week. It doesn't have to be on Saturday, but we found that practicing an actual day of Sabbath, like it says in the 10 Commandments, right? We don't disregard any of the 10 Commandments regularly, except for maybe that one in America. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. If you have one day a week that you dedicate to God, it's not your day off, but it's God's day, and it's your day to find rest and satisfaction in his presence, then you're practicing something every week that will come more naturally every single day. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I really like the verse about Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, right?
Sabbath
and
was
that's in
made
the
for
New
man,
Testament too.
Not man for the Sabbath. That's right. And Jesus often went alone by himself to pray and connect with God. And we, especially in today's society, need Sabbath more than ever before because we are afraid of being alone.
Let's talk practical. Practically, we have kids, and so it's not just doing whatever we want on Sabbath. Sabbath isn't completely restful in what you might expect, but that doesn't mean that we don't enjoy it and find restoration in it. The first thing to preparing for Sabbath, though, is preparing. So I make sure that I have the dishes done and that the laundry is done, the washing machine is open, because you know those nighttime accidents happen, and they're going to happen when you have Sabbath the next day. So doing whatever I can to be prepared is a really big help. Outside of biblical reasons, why do we do Sabbath? Well, it actually started right after we had twins. Life was hard. Kids were hard. We felt disconnected, lonely, frustrated. There was always so much to do. And we went to a conference where we were challenged to take Sabbath literally, to actually set aside one whole day, a day where we couldn't ask the other one to do honeydews. There would be no regular expectations. It was a day for us to realize that God is in control, that the world doesn't need us, and that God really loves us and wants us to find rest and joy and peace in Him. And that was just so healing, and we found so much good for our family. We we were just more of who we wanted to be, and we were feeling restored during the week. After Sabbath, we felt like we could conquer a whole nother week, and I had his time. It was a day where Thor couldn't just be swept away by the next phone call that happened. It does take planning. It takes intentionality of figuring out, well, what do we want to do? What would restore you? And what would really mean something to me? And how can we make this a day that the kids really understand who God is and why we trust him and why we love him? And we were really able to do that through Sabbath. So we've kept going with it.
On Sabbath, we don't spend a lot of time worrying legalistically about, is this thing work? Is that thing work? It's less about not working, and it's more about worshiping with everything that you do. And I think if you can make extra time to slow down and make sure every tiny little thing you throughout the day is worship, then I think you're doing Sabbath right. And that takes practice. It's not always easy, and sometimes we get a little selfish on our Sabbaths, but we found that to get our hearts back into worship, we like to sing together, either with guitar or even just in the kitchen while we're cooking with our little Echo Dot. We play some worship music. We like to watch The Chosen together, right? And I think that's one of the only ways you could probably worship while watching TV. We'll worship God outside, or we'll worship as a family, reading the Bible or reading a book together. Another way to worship on your Sabbath is to serve each other or to serve someone else in the community. And that seems like work because it takes effort, but service is an act of worship, and it fills up your soul and it helps you feel closer to God and more full of his love. And I think that is something worth doing on Sabbath.
For me, Sabbath means no cooking. And so I really like paper plates, and for breakfast, that's the day that the kids get Pop-Tarts. No messes, easy cleanup. That's what I'm all about for my Sabbath. However, not everybody is like this. Thor, is it okay to cook on Sabbath?
It's what I prefer to do.
So sourdough is actually something that Thor really enjoys making, along with other meals. Slowing down, smelling things, appreciating what God has given us. Yeah?
Yes. I like taking the time to appreciate ingredients and be thankful for the creativity of God's creation.
Hey guys, what do you like doing for Sabbath?
Swimming and biking.
Biking with your dad? Yeah. What do you like doing?
Covering my brother and going to a park and reading books with my mama.
I love reading books with you. What about you, Bjorn? What do you like doing on Sabbath? Playing in the leaves. And you're supposed to be a volcano in there? That's so funny. And you like going on hikes, right? And Soren isn't out here right now, but he really likes drawing or painting or anything crafty too. Sabbath is also a day to do all those extra things that you never seem to have time for during the week. Like, if I was the perfect mom, I would make cookies with my kids, or I would do that extra craft project with them that I saw on Pinterest. Sabbath is a great opportunity to do that. It's also a great day for you to do hobbies that you really enjoy. This is my craft room. I do sewing and crocheting and painting, and so those are things that I look forward to getting to do on Sabbath. Sabbath is like having a holiday one day a week. It's like Thanksgiving, giving thanks to your Creator for all of the blessings and the good things that He has given you and enjoying those blessings. Like family. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Check out this video up here about how to get alone quality time with your spouse during the early ages of young kids, and this video here about avoiding mom burnout through seeking rest. We'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe and give a thumbs up. Bye-bye.
Hello again.